Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Dose, episode number 82. Happy Friday, TGIF. Let's just listen to the birds for a moment before I share with you these weekend ways that are wrecking your health. I don't know where all these birds come from, but they seem to like my yard. Maybe it's I got the bird feeder back there. Squirrels like to attack that feeder. Oh, there's a bird on it right now. I don't know what kind. Good morning to you. Oh, we got a few faces. When you come on here, let me know you're here. Just give me a little wave. Hello. The Daily Dose. If your first time joining, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time out. Maybe you can get your coffee. I already finished my coffee. My morning started at 4:30. Imagine if this was coffee. This is water. A little hack. You want to drink more water? This is not even related to this about wrecking your weekend. Get a bigger cup. Hands down, the best thing that I did was to buy one of these big Yetis. It's like I don't know what size this is. Is this 40 ounce? I always forget. I think it's 40 ounce. So is to get one of these Yetis. Keeps it cold. Fill it up all day long. I'm not going to carry around one of those big jugs of water. Sorry, I'm not that guy, but I will have this at the house and I'll just keep filling it up. And I'll tell you, if you have a little drinking, little cup of water, your chances are you got to drink like 20 of them to get in the amount of water. But anyway, welcome. Good morning. So, hey, good morning to you, April. So 3 ways your weekends keep wrecking your health. 3 ways. That's not what you think. It's like drinking and eating and all that and lazy. It's honestly not what you think. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, the hardest part typically is the weekends. You want to, maybe it was a stressful week. Maybe you had a really good week and you want to kick back and relax and maybe have a date night and enjoy some food and, chill out and indulge a little. I don't really live for the weekends, but I really enjoy my weekends, especially my wife and I, we can hang out, or the kids maybe. Now they're around all the time now, so it's a different story, but the weekends, right? There's always something special. It's just go to the beach, enjoy maybe going out for a drive, we have the Jeep, so we'll put the top down the Jeep, go for a drive, something like that. And those are all things to enjoy, but there's 3 things that I've found that are wrecking people's health, and I want to share those with you, and not just share them with you, to what to do about it. And really, I think sometimes it's almost the awareness to know what's going on in your weekends and maybe why they're failing. And here's some things that maybe you hadn't thought about. Number 1, I'll get right into it. Hey, Eric, good morning to you. Number 1, eating meals later. Now, I actually am a big proponent of it doesn't really matter what time you eat, but there's a big but there. And it's not your but eating meals later. So on the weekends, so here's what happens. You're irregular. So in other words, we all want to be regular, right? If you catch my drift. But as far as irregular eating habits or eating times, and let's just say what happens during the week. You have a pretty set schedule during the week, Monday through Friday. You get up, you have your breakfast. Maybe you have, some coffee and you have some oatmeal, or you have some fruit or yogurt or whatever, eggs. And that's before you go out the door at 7, and then lunch, you have a lunch break at maybe 12 or 1. You have your lunch break, and then, when you come home, your family's ready to eat. This is kind of 6:30 for us, maybe around there, give or take. Sometimes it changes, and that's pretty straightforward during the week. But then the weekend comes. And then the weekend comes, and it's there's not really much of the breakfast, and we'll have maybe a brunch, and then maybe we'll have a late lunch, or we'll want to have a date night, and we won't be able to get, the kids organized until 7, which means we won't be eating until 8. So there's an irregularity with your eating times. So while and this is the truth. One of the things that's wrecking your health is irregular. In fact, there's actually been research on this, and this, as far as your system goes, and your system likes consistency. The key is consistency. The students in my coaching program who are getting the best results, on a side note, if you didn't know, I'm an online fitness coach, and I have what's called, I'm the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. It's a specific program designed, it's an online program designed for busy moms and dads over 40 who are looking to lose weight and keep it off, learn how to keep it off. That's the key, keeping it off, not just losing the weight, keeping it off, and doing it without long workouts and impossible diets. You want more information, hit me up on there, but I wanted to share with you one of the things as far as helping understand and not wrecking your health on the weekends is having consistency. So it is something to think, and it's not related necessarily to the quality of your diet either. So eating meals later on the weekends or anytime, it's not because of what you're eating is so much, is that it's actually that it's not consistent and your body's like natural what's it called? I have it written down too. I wrote it down. What is it called? Your rhythms, circadian rhythms. Yes. Your circadian rhythms get thrown off. So it's not because you maybe eat a big brunch. It's because your times of when you're eating get thrown off. So if you can do something this weekend to help so you don't wreck your health is to be consistent on Saturday and Sunday. Get up in the morning. If you have breakfast during the week at the same time, try to have breakfast at the same time. Sorry, there's like a mosquito. Lunchtime, same thing. Dinner, same thing. So that's number one. So number one is you're eating meals later. That's often the case of wrecking your health. Number two, check this one out, sleeping in. Now you're like, Mark, didn't you talk about sleeping in? Yeah, I did. And if you need the rest, if you feel like you just need to get the extra sleep. But here's the problem, and actually it's not, in my opinion, the American Heart Association as well as the American Sleep, I think it's called American Sleep Clinic, Sleep Association. I don't know if it's the same word verbiage, but those I looked it up, I did some research, and honestly what they're saying is that extra sleep on the weekends can wreak havoc because what it does is it makes you more lethargic, makes you tired, it doesn't make you well rested. And why do people tend to need more sleep on the weekend, right? So the problem is sleeping in on the weekend, sometimes it's an indication you're not getting enough sleep during the week. So if you're getting 4 hours a night or you're going to bed at 2, getting up at 4, those types of things, or you just kind of stuck, you're struggling watching the news, you're getting worried, anxious, you just can't turn off that switch. Do you have a hard time turning off that switch? That's the thing. And then the weekend, maybe you can because it's the weekend, you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little less stressed, and you're like, oh, I can sleep in. Well, honestly, that may actually be wreaking havoc according to American Heart Association too, as well as, and they even said that research that they did, American Heart, that you might actually be doing yourself, might be causing might be worse for your health than actually even just getting, I'm going to just catch up on my sleep this weekend. That actually might be worse for your health. Again, here's the key. The key, again, just like it was with eating meals, is having regularity, having consistency. So if you don't need the extra sleep on the weekends, it's probably because you're getting good sleep during the week. And that's probably good common sense to think if I have good sleep habits Monday through Sunday, that it's going to benefit your health, right? Overall, that's pretty straightforward. Okay, let's move on. So it's consistency, second thing. So that's what to do about it. What to do about it is to try to get to bed at a reasonable time, get yourself a good 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and make sure that that's all week long. Okay, number 3 is, maybe this one's not, and this one's like, oh, well, it's better than nothing. Weekend warriors, being a weekend warrior. That actually might be wrecking your health. Do you realize that? And they're like, whoa, wait a second, Mark. Wait a second. You're trying to tell me that being a weekend warrior and exercising on the weekend is wreaking? Isn't any exercise good for you? Absolutely. It's absolutely good for you. Hey, if the only time that you can work out is on the weekend, then I'm going to tell you to work out on the weekend, be that weekend warrior. However, you need to know this, and this is why it may be wreaking havoc on your health. Because, again, it's coming back to consistency. 3 things, the 3 ways your weekends keep wrecking your health come back to consistency. And, of course, no exercise is not good. Weekend warrior exercise is better than. But keep this in mind. What happens is with weekend warriors, there's more of and that's sporadic, if you will. So say you do, maybe you work out once during the week and then you go hardcore on the weekend, is a couple things happen. The inconsistency of your training habits could cause the biggest thing. And I see it in people older, 40s and 50s and older, and they're really, really busy during the week, and then they get all their workouts in the weekend. They try to make up for the week, so they go really hard, and what happens? You know what I'm going to say. Injury. So unfortunately, with sporadic exercise, injury is way more common than for people who are more consistent. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Wins, 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 hands down, all the time. What to do about it? You got to be more consistent in when you eat. If you can even work on these 3 things right here, so you don't wreck the weekends. I'm not even talking about enjoying. I'm saying, like, think of this. Try not necessarily to sleep in. How do you not need to sleep in is to have good sleep during the weekend. Now, your schedule might, hey, I don't like to have a schedule during the weekends. I totally get that. I don't either. I like to enjoy time with my family, but you can stick to good sleep patterns, and that will be more helpful for you and, more importantly, your health. So that's number 1, is trying to get consistency in your sleep habits Monday through Sunday. That's 1. Number 2, hey, I didn't even say hello. I apologize. Cindy, Greg, appreciate you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me say hello. Good morning, Debbie. Appreciate you. Deb, we're going to connect after this. I'll reach out to you. So the consistency in your food, the consistency in sleep habits, getting better sleep habits, and then consistency with your exercise. So why do I tell you that? Because it works. And how do I know it works? Because my lean body breakthrough coaching, my mentorship, if you will, my inner circle crew who are on this journey of health with me, with other like-minded people over 40 who struggle with their weight and their health, struggle with consistency. Why is accountability so important? One of the biggest things, the biggest investments people come into my programs for, the accountability. What does accountability do? It makes you more consistent in what? It makes you more consistent in your eating habits. It makes you more consistent in your sleep habits, or at least gives you the tools you need. And then, of course, exercise. There's 3 big components to my Lean Body Breakthrough Coaching Program. And I say where it's ours, right? Because everybody takes ownership, and you have to take ownership. And the way to do that is to realize that if you want to get healthier, weekends, weekdays, hourly, month, whatever, for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, consistency is the absolute key. Well, how do you get consistency of things? Well, you build structure and a plan. Well, how do I even know what I need to do? I've been struggling my whole life. I've been up and down on the scale, and my body's not in the kind of shape it needs to be. Is you look for a way to change the habits you've been doing. How do you do that? You get into my space. See, again, my program is not the right fit for anyone, for everyone. It's actually truly only the right fit for people who are serious, who are ready to become their best, to say, Mark, I know my sleep habits kind of suck and I need some help with that. Mark, I know my eating habits, I don't even know how much to eat, let alone the time of day or when I should eat, and being consistent. My life's so inconsistent right now, right? Isn't everybody's life inconsistent right now? But you can control certain things. Some things you can control and working on your sleep habits, your eating habits, and your exercise habits. And those are 3 of the big things that we discuss, and we work out a plan and structure, and then I hold you accountable. And what the accountability does provides a consistency for you. So if you suck at it right now, if you know right now, Mark, I do kind of okay during the week, but I don't really know. But then the weekends come, and, I hate to say this, but I kind of live for my weekends. Life's been stressful, like watching the news, and, I got to work. My work schedule's different. I'm doing Zoom meetings instead of going to the office, and it's really, really hard. And I just want to let loose. I want to enjoy my wine, and I want to enjoy, time with my friends and my family, and eat out and all those things. And I totally get it. But it's probably, if you're wondering why you're still stuck or struggling in your pursuits to lose weight and maybe, get your body in shape, and you're looking at yourself like, oh no, that was the quarantine kind of did that. Chances are it wasn't really the quarantine. It probably happened beforehand, and maybe just exponentially made it worse over the last 2 or 3 months. The good news is you can change those things. You can work on strategies and tactics to learn, and tools and habits to learn to change your sleep habits, to change your eating habits, change your exercise habits, to be consistent with those, because the more consistent you are, the more success you have. And I want each and every one of you to succeed. So listen, I'd said my program is not the right fit for anyone, but the only way you know if it's going to be the right fit for you is you actually take the next step, and the next step is to actually reach out to me. I won't bite. I'm not a monster. I only want the best for you, but you reach out to me. We'll hop on a quick 10-minute call. There's no charge for the call. I'll basically do a little friendly interrogation and look at where you're at, what you're trying to achieve, and I'll give you my advice. It's not like winging it. I've been doing this for 25 years to give you my solid advice, whether or not, or what you're trying to achieve, what you need to do, and whether or not we'll be a good fit to work together. That's pretty much it. So weekend wrecking your health. I don't want you to wreck your health any day of the week. But I know the weekends are tough, and if you take these 3 things and take a look at those, even if you just do that on your own, you find that you'll probably be able to have a little bit more success. And that's what I want. I want you to be successful. And listen, if you need help with being successful, if you need to take the next step, do it. Just send me a message. Literally, you can just comment below. Yes, please. All you got to do here, let's just make it easy. Put the thumbs up in the comments, the little thumbs up emoji in the comments, and I'll reach out to you. I'll make it that much easier. Take care. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed weekend. And listen, if this helped you, go ahead and share this to somebody, a friend, family member. Don't call them out that they need help, but just as strategies, things, as far as the 3 things we talked about that may be wrecking your weekends and your health, wrecking your health over the weekends. And that's all I got. Take care and have a blessed day. We'll see you.